In Gabriel García Márquez's novella Leaf Storm, 1955, a family finds themselves compelled to accord an honorable funeral to the most despised man in their village as a fulfillment of a long-standing promise. However, their decision sets them in direct opposition to the entire village community. This title story from Márquez's collection, Leaf Storm and Other Stories, is often published as a standalone work. Known as GABA, Gabriel García Márquez was a distinguished Colombian writer and journalist, acclaimed as one of the most significant authors of the 20th century and a Nobel Prize laureate. Leaf Storm unfolds in the fictitious South American village of Macondo during the early 20th century, marking the village's initial appearance in Márquez's literary universe. Within the novella, the narrative perspective shifts among three family members: the village colonel, his daughter Isabel, and his grandson, each harboring distinct viewpoints and unique worldviews. Macondo is undergoing a period of significant transformation, with a powerful banana company recently establishing its presence, aiming to transform the village into an economic hub. This influx of new workers creates unease among the locals, as they perceive a scarcity of employment opportunities and housing to accommodate the burgeoning population. The novella commences with the sudden death of the town's doctor, who is universally disliked due to his abysmal medical skills and his self-imposed isolation in a small house on the village's outskirts for over a decade. The villagers are disinclined to allocate resources for his burial, preferring to leave him to decay in his home indefinitely. Unfortunately, despite the colonel's personal disdain for the doctor, he is bound by a promise made years ago to ensure the deceased doctor receives a dignified farewell. The colonel, a man known for his integrity and honor, remains steadfast in his commitment to keeping promises. He resolves to remove the doctor from his decrepit abode and provide him with a proper burial, anticipating the assistance of his family in this endeavor. However, the arrival of the banana company brings a tumultuous storm to Macondo. They harvest an excess of bananas, resulting in a pervasive stench of decaying fruit that engulfs the entire village. Macondo undergoes a profound transformation, now adorned with warehouses and slums, while crime rates soar. Concerned about reclaiming their homeland, the villagers prioritize this endeavor over burying the disgraced doctor. If the colonel intends to carry out the burial, he must do so alone, without the villagers' endorsement. The colonel exposes the primary reason for the doctor's widespread disdain. In the past, political tensions led to rebellion among the Macondo residents. The doctor, however, callously refused aid to those opposing the government, even turning away gunshot victims under the belief that they had brought their injuries upon themselves. Predictably, the villagers expressed their aversion to the doctor's presence, prompting him to seclude himself unseen for years. Isabel's principal qualm with the doctor revolves around his act of suicide, considered the gravest of sins against God. In her eyes, the doctor does not merit a religious burial, as she wishes to avert God's wrath. The villagers concur with her viewpoint, but their stance shifts when they observe her willingness to align with the colonel's wishes. They perceive her as weak-willed and lacking honor. While Isabel tends to the doctor's remains, she contemplates the aftermath of the burial, filled with apprehension that her family will face social ostracization. In a close-knit village like Macondo, where interdependence is vital for survival, social rejection constitutes a dire predicament. Convinced of her father's error, Isabel finds herself powerless to defy his wishes. Simultaneously, her son contemplates the harsh realities of mortality. He may not have been acquainted with the doctor, but he possesses an understanding of how death can affect people in myriad ways. He is resolute in his determination to prevent the doctor's demise from tearing apart his own family. Simultaneously, he recognizes the significance of honoring promises made, a trait he greatly admires in his grandfather, who remains unwavering in his commitment to his word, regardless of others' opinions. The colonel's decision to make the promise has perplexed everyone, including Isabel. Finally, when she broaches the topic with her father, he confesses that he harbors no fondness for the doctor either. His commitment to overseeing the doctor's welfare stemmed from the request of an old friend, another officer, who trusted the colonel's sense of honor and traditional values. This friend, aware of the doctor's own honorable character, believed the colonel would uphold this tradition, notwithstanding the villagers' sentiments. The story culminates with the colonel's family planning the transportation of the doctor's body to its final resting place. They arrange themselves into a solemn funeral procession and depart. The reaction of their neighbors remains uncertain, yet it pales in significance. The story's essence lies in how, amidst the evolving landscape surrounding them, one family steadfastly upheld their values and long-standing traditions. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.